And in California, a wildfire has forced hundreds of residents to flee amid a heat wave of triple-digit temperatures. The fire burned so hot on Saturday that it created its own thunderstorm-like weather system, bringing gusty winds and lightning strikes. San Bernardino County officials declared an emergency, issuing mandatory evacuation orders. State officials say that 3 firefighters have been injured and more than 35,000 structures were threatened. And joining us now is Jon Nese, Associate Head for Undergraduate Programs in the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science at Penn State University. He was also a former storm analyst with the Weather Channel and chief meteorologist at the Franklin Institute. Jon, good to be with you again. So give us an update on the wildfire and where things stand right now.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Well, it's actually been a fairly typical fire season in California in terms of the number of fires and the number of acres burned when you compare what has happened this year to the 5-year average. But of course, whether it's average or above average doesn't matter to those who are being affected. It looks like there's still about 7 what they consider big blazes burning in California right now, and between 60 and 70 big fires in the western United States.
All right. I know we're still kind of in that season as well, too.
Yes.
No word yet, Jon, on what causes fire, but we do know that the high temperatures enabled the fire to increase. What needs to happen now, weather-wise, to get this under control?
Well, first of all, indeed, the causes of these fires are often just lightning. That lightning produces the fires, and some of them, of course, are man-made. But you need the heat to be toned down, which will happen in the next couple days, and you don't want there to be much wind. Those 2 things alone should give firefighters the edge.
Yeah, I understand the heat and the smoke from the fire helped to create something called, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, pyrocumulonimbus. What is that? Explain that phenomenon to us.
Yeah, excellent pronunciation. Yeah, pyro meaning fire, and cumulonimbus is sort of the official cloud name that meteorologists have for a thunderstorm. So a pyrocumulonimbus is a thunderstorm cloud that develops above something very hot, and in most cases, it's a fire. So the fire heats the air rises to great heights, and you get a thunderstorm.
How rare is that?
Well, the fire has to be extremely hot for the air to rise high enough to get a thunderstorm. So it's not rare, but it's not typical. I think it's also interesting to note that when that happens, the thunderstorms themselves produce rain, produce lightning, and they can produce their own wind, which can create more havoc at the ground.
Yeah, and you mentioned this, but quickly, a recap, what are the weather conditions looking like over the next few days, and could it impact firefighting efforts? Is it going to get better for them?
It will. I think by Wednesday, the heat wave will be over, but I think there's probably one more really hot day.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Jon, thank you so much for your insights. Always appreciate it.
My pleasure.